A very warm welcome to all of you on a lovely Friday morning. I hope all of you are keeping safe and sound wherever you are. And thanks for taking time out so that you can have a good look of the new recruiter app that we have designed. Shubham, Ranka and team will take you through the details of the features that we have built in here, why we have built it and how we have gone about it. And we'll also see a demo of the product as well. But before that, I want to take a step back and just want to set some context around this recruiter app. This is really a close to our heart kind of app. The development has been on for the last few quarters. So this whole story started a few quarters back when we wanted to understand from our recruiters as in what they're looking for when they think or conceptualize of an app that they would be working on while they're working on the Naukri product. So for this, we reached out to more than 50 clients, and across many recruiters, we try to understand from that how do they conceptualize this app and what all things would they want to be in this app when they are working on it. And unequivocally, we found that most of them, almost all of them, had very good comments. But one thing was very common in all of this was that they wanted this to be more of a productivity app, which will help them shorten their time, make it much more convenient for them to work in their sourcing activity. This is what we got, and then we came back and we designed this app on the paper, and then we again went back to them, understood from them that if this is what they're looking for, and then we iterated multiple times. Based on all those feedback and then all those stories around it, we developed this app, and now this app is live. This app is live on Google Play, and it is ready for use. After launching this app, we also got feedback from real users who use this app. And we have been getting this feedback for last 2 months now. And the feedback has been really exciting. People have liked it. We have got other feedback as well, which we are working on so that we can make this app much, much, much better. As of now, it stands that people have really liked this app, and we have got very good feedback. Some of the features have been really, really liked by the users, and we'll be talking about all of them in some time. Shubham, Ranka, and the team, they have been a part of this journey. They are the product experts, and they've been working on this product day in and day out. And they would be really excited to share with you as in how they have gone about this journey and what all features we have built in and the features around it. They will give a demo of the feature as well. So stay tuned and let's look forward to this app. Over to you, Shubham.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Shubham, you're audible.
Sure. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. So today we are very excited to launch and share the news that now Naukri version is also available for the recruiters on the Play Store. While we are having this session, you all can also go to the Google Play Store and install the application and use these features on the real time. Also, you can do it after the session. So the major, the primary objective of this productivity app is to help the recruiters and you guys to make sure that your productivity and your day-to-day tasks that you're doing on web increases. And now you can do it in a much more efficient manner using the recruiter productivity app. Having said that, we understand that you may not be able to switch entirely from the web version to the recruiter app. But of course, recruiter app will serve as a savior for cases when maybe you're traveling, you don't have access to your laptop or to your desktop, or in cases when maybe it's weekend, you don't have handy access to your system, but you are working on a very urgent requirement. You have posted a very urgent job which you want to track the applies, etc., and you don't have access to the desktop. In that case, you have your phone with you or in your pocket, and this is where the recruiter app can help you fulfill all those urgent needs that you might possibly have. In addition to this, even when you're using the web version in your offices, at your workplaces, even in conjunction with the web version or your laptop or the Naukri web version, you can still use the Naukri recruiter app, and this will help you increase the productivity. How? We'll just see it very shortly. So, of course, we will be doing deep dive into each and every features, productivity enhancement tools that now you can use using the Naukri recruiter app with and without the web version. But before moving to the product demo, these are the major synopses of the Naukri recruiter app. So the major thing which we believe after talking to 50 plus recruiters, which we have gotten as a feedback is that typically 70-80% of the time of any recruiter goes in like, reaching out to the respective job seekers. They have to call the job seekers day in and day out, follow up with them. Say, for example, they are placing 100 calls, out of which maybe 60-70% of the calls get missed. Job seekers do not pick up the call, and then you have to note down their numbers. You have to mark them somewhere in your notepad that, okay, these are the candidates you have to follow up with. And that becomes slightly hassle. So now with the new Naukri Recruiter app, all of these use cases are solved, and now you can do all these follow-ups in a much more convenient way. Also increase your job seeker pickup rate. That, okay, when you're making a call to the job seeker would know upfront that, okay, this call is of prime importance to me. So if in case he's interested in your job opening, he will be picking up the call. Or in the worst case scenarios, if he did not see the call, he'll be able to reach out to you immediately, so that you don't have to keep on following up with the job seeker over and over again. We will see all of it in the subsequent part. So coming back to the synopsis part, the major thing is candidate communication will be now much more effective. You do not even have to be on the app 100%, but just if you have the app installed and if you're logged in into the app, you will be use all these features, like filling the intent of the call upfront, that, okay, why am I trying to call the job seeker for which particular position? And this information will be given to the job seeker on a real-time basis, so that he can decide whether this particular call that I'm getting is of importance to me or not. And even in the cases when I miss the call, I can always reach back. Then scenarios like when you have to see the phone number from the web version, you have to see the if in case you maintain a separate Google Sheet for all the job seekers with their phone numbers to call them, you start calling them over and over again. Then you have to see the phone number and start calling them, start dialing the numbers manually in your phone, which is slightly cumbersome. Now you do not have to do any manual intervention. Everything will be automated if you have the Naukri Recruiter app installed. Okay. So we will cover all of this information. This was the part 1. Part 2 of the demo will cover how the information will now start flowing seamlessly from web to app. So whatever you're doing on web will be available to you on the app version itself. So that if in case you're going on a break and you have some urgent calls or urgent work to do, you can do it directly from your phone also. Okay. With this, we will move on to the product demo. I'll ask Shubham Katia to present the screen, and then we can take you through the entire product demo.
Yes. Thanks, Shubham.
Yeah, just before Shubham Katia, when we start, we'll be seeing this product demo now. And if you have any questions, we'll be happy to take them towards the end of the session. Go ahead, Shubham.
Sure. Yeah, thanks, Amit. So this is the new mobile application that is available to everyone. Currently, the new features are available on the Play Store in the Android version. We are also working on the iOS version, and you'll also soon be able to get this app on the iOS store. Okay. So name of the app is Naukri Recruiter app. And this is, you can log in with your existing credentials of the Naukri app. And the moment you log in here, you will be landed on, okay, you will be shown this screen. This is a very important information for you. You just have to put your phone number and verify your phone number, so that this information will be given to the job seeker. If you have verified it, the job seeker will be able to figure out that, okay, this person is calling me from so-and-so company. So and this is like a one-time screen that comes on your Recruiter app. The moment you do it, the next immediate screen that you see is a very personalized and intuitive dashboard. So this is a newly designed intuitive dashboard, very much customized as per your work. And this has a lot of productivity enhancement features. So starting from the very first visit, the very first screen that you see here on the home page is the continue from desktop feature. So typically the way in which recruiters often work is they will use the Naukri version of, say, Resdix or job posting. They will scan the profiles on the search result page. Say, for example, they have liked 5-6 candidates whom they want to call. Okay. So now they will just open their CVs in different tab on the browser. And then maybe after 3 hours, 4 hours, they'll go to some conference room and start calling them. So now what Recruiter app does is, all the tabs that you have opened in different browser on your laptop or on your web, even if your laptop is now turned off, the app will sync this information on a very real-time basis. So app will give you all the tabs that are currently open in your desktop. Okay. So you can just open the tab on your desktop, say 7, 8, 10 tabs from anywhere in the Naukri. And then you can open the Naukri Recruiter app. You will see information of all those job seekers whose CV is currently open. So you can just come to the Recruiter app and start calling them from anywhere at your convenience. You will not have a dependency to be on the system to call the candidate. This is the first productivity tool, because you don't have a very dependency to make the calls. Second is, Now with the Naukri Recruiter app, you can plan your day in a much more efficient manner because app will give you that, okay, hey Surbit, you have these many tasks that are scheduled for today and for the near future as well. So that you know, okay, this is a task, this is a person whom I need to make a call to. These are the calls I need to do today. These are the GDs that I need to send to different job seekers, etc. That's not all. If you have the app installed and if you're logged into the app, the app will also give you a snooze 15 minutes before the task so that you do not miss out on any important task that you have to do on the day. These tasks can be created either from the Recruiter app against any job seeker, or you can also do it from your Resdix version of web. You can create tasks using the existing Resdix features from your web as well. And that information will be synced on a real-time basis on your app. Next is all the important notifications and all the important updates will now be available on your homepage. For example, if you have posted a job, say 4 days ago, and this is a very critical job that you need to close. So now what will happen is, if you have received any new applies against a job, you do not have to be on the system, or you do not have to open your mailbox to track, okay, how many applies have I received? You just have to come to the Naukri Recruiter app. It will give you that, okay, hey, you have received these many new job applies. So you can click here and you'll land on the job listing page. You can start seeing the profiles from there. Okay. So this will give you a synopsis of the important updates that are there for you in terms of new applies that have come against any of the job postings that you have done from web, or any new profiles that have come against any saved search that you have done in web. The last part that comes on the intuitive dashboard is the recent activities. So now this is a new feature that is available only on the Recruiter app, which gives you a facility to see all the activities that you have done in your system, be it on app or be it on web, in the last 7 days. So activities like how many, so for example, if you can recall that, okay, yeah, I have viewed a profile Manish Kakkar 2 days ago, but I'm not able to recall and I need to go back and check his profile to follow up. You just have to open the app. It will give you an information that, okay, you have viewed this profile Manish Kakkar. You can click here, you land on this CV detail and you can start working on it. So your work in the Naukri system will be in sync with the app, and this will give you a synopsis of what you have done in the last 7 days. So that if in case you want to build upon it, you can do it at a very convenient place. Activities can be any comments that you have made, any mails, RMJ or saves that you have sent to the job seeker, any candidate that you have viewed. Also, there'll be a new tab of called, which will be introduced here, which will give you an information that of X different job seekers whom you have called in the last 7 days. So cases like you have called a job seeker today, but he has not picked up the call. You have called 3 job seekers yesterday. 2 of them have picked up the call. 1 has not picked up the call. So I believe currently you have to note it down in your system and follow up with them again. But if you have the app installed, in this section will tell you that, okay, you have called these many job seekers from your app, and these many job seekers have picked up the call. These many job seekers have not picked up the call. So you will have a single filter to filter out all those job seekers who have not picked up your call or who have not answered your call, so that it gives you a list of all those job seekers whom you have to follow up again on a very single convenient place. And you just click on that and start the call directly. No need to type the numbers, no need to maintain a spreadsheet offline. You can do everything from a single place. Okay. Next major things that are there. Okay, presenters. I can see some comment. Presenter screen is not visible. Is the screen visible?
Yeah, Shubham, I can see your screen. Are others able to see it?
Yeah, Shubham, your screen is visible. I think Team HR, they need to check at their own end that why the presenter screen is not visible to them. I think everybody can see that. Go ahead, Shubham.
Okay.
Yeah, it's visible.
Thank you, Sandeep. So yeah, these were the major highlights of the home screen of the productivity app. In addition to that, you can of course see those 2 icons and must be curious that what are these newly introduced icons that are available on the home screen. So the first one on the left hand side is the save for later feature. This is again a new feature and a new tool that Naukri gives you both on the web as well as the app. Earlier it was not there either on web or the app, but now with the new interface of Resdix that we are rolling out to all the clients, you will see an option to mark candidates as save for later. So cases like you are viewing certain profiles, you like them, but you have to call them, say, in the evening when you're traveling back to your home. You can mark all of these profiles as save for later. And the moment you do it, that information will be available on your app on a very real-time basis. So you can mark all those candidates whom you want to call or save later, or want to view the series at a later point of the day or maybe tomorrow. And this will be given to you on the app. So you just open the app, you will see all those profiles that you have marked as save for later. You can start working on them. You can act on them, call them, message them, send them an email, or do anything that you want to do against those particular candidates. So this is the new introduction of a feature called save for later. And the next is the notification layer. So this is a new notification center that will give you all the important notifications, be it a new apply, be it a new profile, be it any new task that is lined up for your day, or maybe any call that your job seeker has, that a job seeker has placed you, but you have missed your call. All the important notifications will be available here. If in case you want to mute any notification, you can just right swipe on a notification. You can mute them and play around it. Okay. So this completes the major intuitive dashboard. Next, we will move on to the search thing. For now, we are trying to cover all the major things that are available to you on the app. And then in the subsequent part, we will talk about the features that you can use from the web itself. So you do not have to be on the app to use these features. You can trigger it from the web itself. You just have to be logged into that. So yeah, moving further with the presentation, next is the Resdix Search. So now you have all the recent searches that you have done, be it on the web or be it on the app, directly available to your app version. So if in case you have made a search in the morning, you are out for lunch, you need to see that search again, you can just open the app and access that search, process the candidates, and do everything. Okay. Similarly, all your saved searches from your web will be now available to your Resdix app. That's not all. You can of course make a new search from the Recruiter app. So you can enter any key skill that you want to enter here. And the moment you enter any key skill, Naukri will give you a star that you can see before the key skill. That star shows that if in case you want to mark this particular key skill as a must-have, as a mandatory key skill that should be there on the profiles, on a job seeker's profile, you can just star mark them or maybe unstar mark them basis whatever is your requirement, and results will come automatically. This feature will be available both on the newer version of Resdix that I'm sure either most of you already have, or you will be rolled out to the new Resdix version in a couple of weeks. Also, you can play around with all the other fields that you have access to on the web, like experience, location, salary, active in, industry, functional area, institutes, etc., etc. You can put whatever is your search criteria and then make a search. The moment you click on search candidates, you will land on the same search result page that comes on the web version, and this will give you a synopsis, similar synopsis of what comes on the web, which means now whatever work or search that you do on the web is also available on the app in case of contingency. So you can make the search, you can see the candidates, you can call them, you can send them a message, you can save these profiles for later. You can do all the other actions like adding the profile to folder or sending a mail or maybe creating a task against a particular candidate. All the actions that you do on web will be now available on the app version itself. That's not all. If in case you want to send a bulk mail or want to do any bulk operation, you can click on that select. You can select all those profiles and can start sending mails or maybe adding them to folder or maybe creating tasks against profile. So all those bulk operations will also be available. Now, if you like a profile, say Ranjit Thakur, you want to view the CV of this particular candidate, you just click there. It will give you a very user-friendly view of 3 different tabs. You see all the profile details on the first tab, you view the CV on the second tab, and if you want to comment, you can do it from the third tab. Of course, if you want to act on the profile, you can do all of it from the web itself, from the app itself. Okay. Now, one interesting thing which this app does is for all the CVs that you have already viewed, you can see that the size of the tuple is now shrunk. So it will give you a better scanning experience that, okay, all the candidates whom you have not scanned will come in a elongated view, and all the candidates whom you have already viewed will come in a collapsed version, so that you don't spend more time viewing all the profiles because you have already viewed such profiles. So this is the search thing which enables you to search on the go as you're using that. But that's not all. App does not limit you to only use the
Yes, just before we go ahead, all of you might have some queries. Then you can mention your queries in the Q&A section. We can take them once we are done with the demo. So feel free to write your queries in the Q&A section here. Yes, Shubham, go ahead.
Yeah. Sure, Amit. So yes, that was the Resdix part, but that's not all. You also have access to the Jobs tab, which you can see at the bottom. So what the Jobs tab does is, it will give you access to all the jobs that you have posted from the web. So while you cannot post a new job from the app because that is slightly cumbersome process, you have to type long things. But whatever jobs that you have posted from the web, you will get access to all of those jobs. So any new applies, or if you have to manage the candidate pipelining, you have to see how many applies have come, you can do it from the Jobs tab. So here you can see 14 jobs have been posted by this particular user. And if in case you want to create alert against any job, you can see this bell icon against a job. You can click on that to set the alert or maybe unset it. The moment you create an alert against any job, this basically means that now you will start getting real-time on-screen notification on your mobile phone if in case any new applies come. So even if app is closed, but you have your phone in which the app is installed and the phone is logged, you will get a buzz sound, you will get an on-screen notification similar to a WhatsApp notification on your screen, so that you will not miss out on any major information. So for the cases when you're working on a very urgent and immediate requirement, this will help you to close positions faster and not miss out on any applies. Now, if you want to view all the applies, you just click on the job here. That will land you on the response manager. Shivam, can we click on the job? Yeah, just click on any job. Yeah. So the moment you click on any job, this is the new response manager that is now available to you. So you can see that, okay, I've received 5 applies in total, out of which 1 has been shortlisted and 1 has been rejected. These are the applies that are there. If I want to shortlist or reject them, I can play around with these CTs. I can shortlist any particular apply that has come, or maybe I can reject them. Of course, I can do other actions like calling them, sending them an email, sending a WhatsApp message, etc. All of them will be available. So this is the response manager. And next, moving further, the fourth tab that you see is the messages thing. So messages tab. So now we all know that chatting and sending messages to the job seekers is much more easier on mobile version than it is on the web. Of course, the benefits are many, that you get instant notification on your phone if in case the job seeker has sent you a text back, so that you do not miss out on any active candidate. So this will give you a list of all the job seekers whom you have sent any message. You can click on any job seeker and this will give you a history of your entire conversation. If you want to send a JD or if you want to send any document, you can just click on this attach link and can send any document that you want. This will also give you an information of when this candidate was active last. So for example, this candidate Jaswinder Singh was active at 10:30 a.m. today. If in case he is currently active or online on his job seeker app, you will also get a green thingy there, so that you can see, okay, this candidate is now currently active. So my chances of converting him or closing my discussion with him is higher than a candidate who is available. So all that information on the job seeker's availability will be available on your app. So this was the message feature. This is the same Resdix message feature that is also available on the web. You can use them to interact with any job seeker that you want. Okay. So these were the 4 major tabs. Other sideline features are also available on the hamburger. Those 3 arrows that you see on the left. On click of that, you can see all the Resdix folders that you have created, or all the folders that are shared with you. You can click here. You'll see all those profiles. For example, sales folder has 16 candidates on it. So of course, you will have access to all those folders. You can work around on any profile that you want. And in addition, if in case you want to reach out to us, you have any feedback, you think something is not working, or maybe something is working and you want to ask how, we have this feedback section. If in case you are liking the experience, you can of course rate us good and can also rate us on the Play Store. But if in case there is anything that you want to convey to us, or if in case there is any feedback, you can just click on OK and give any feedback that you want. And this feedback will flow to us and we'll be able to work on that basis, the kind of feedback. So these were the major features that were available on the Recruiter app that you use on a day-to-day basis. Now comes the major productivity enhancement tool. So as we all know that recruiters, 65-70% of the time that a recruiters spend is on calling different job seekers. Okay. So how can we make call much more efficient? How can we make call in such a lucrative manner that the job seeker whom I'm trying to make picks up my call? How can we increase our pickup rate of different calls that we place? How can we also reduce the manual follow-ups that a recruiter has to do with different job seekers? So for these use cases, we have come up with two to three major call related features, which are available both on web as well as on app. So what happens is, for example, you see this particular job seeker, Jaswinder Singh, you want to call him. So you just click on this call button and you will see this new intent layer. This is a feature of calling intent that will be available both on web very soon, and it is already available on that. So what it does is it will ask you that, okay, hey, recruiter, for what particular position are you trying to reach out to this particular job seeker? So you just put the intent of the call here. For example, this call can be for, say, Android developer. So you just put this particular position that, okay, hey, Jaswinder, I'm trying to call you for a position of Android developer. If in case you want to save this intent for all the calls that you're making against this particular search, you don't want to enter intent over and over again, you can just click on this checkbox and can click on this, continue to call. The moment you do it, the number will get pre-filled on your dialer, which means you do not have to manually enter the number now. That reduces your error chances and will place the call directly to the job seeker. Now on the left hand side, you can see a job seeker view. This is the view of a job seeker. Okay. So the moment you will call a particular, so while Jaswinder tries to present the recruiter call, we can see that this job seeker on the left has received a real-time notification on his dialer, on his home screen. So the moment a call has been placed, the job seeker will be informed that, okay, this particular recruiter, the name of the recruiter, the company of the recruiter will be available on a real-time basis on the dialer to the job seeker, in addition to the intent that, okay, this call is for the position of Android developer. So if in case job seekers who are not very comfortable picking any unknown numbers, he would know upfront that, okay, this call is from a recruiter from so-and-so company and it is for so-and-so position. So if in case this position makes sense to me, the job seeker will now start picking up the call. And we have researched that, okay, if you put the intent here, this increases the chances of your calls being picked up by the job seeker. That's not all. Even in the cases when job seeker is not available, he's not seen the phone, and if in case he misses out on this call notification, this notification will be available to him in the missed call section. Okay, that this recruiter from so-and-so company for so-and-so position has tried to reach out to you at so-and-so time. So that even later they would know, okay, this call was of importance to me, and job seekers will themselves start calling you again rather than you trying to reach him to them over and over again. So this will help you reduce your follow-ups, thereby increase on the productivity that you have while following up or while speaking to any job seeker.
So while we were researching about what all kind of features that should make sense in a recruiter productivity app, these features around connecting with job seekers, that came up upfront. When we found that people came back to us saying that, look, when we talk to or when we call 10 job seekers, hardly 2 or 3 of them pick the call right away. When there is a lot of chances that they do not pick the call, and then ultimately they do not come back to us. So it takes a lot of effort. So I have to call 100 candidates to connect with like 20, 25 or 30 candidates. Now, this is one exciting feature through which, as you saw that when you are trying to call from the app, then you can mention the intent over there, and that intent would be easily visible to the job seeker. So they will not assume that this is a spam call, it is a call from some credit card company or it is some other spam call. And they will get to know that this is something of their interest, and the chances of them picking up your call would increase multifold. Not only that, as Shubham mentioned, that if they do not pick the call, then also in their missed call section, they can see all of these details and they can come back to you. So your chances of your calls in the first time getting connected would increase drastically. B, even if they do not connect with you right away because they might be busy, they can immediately call you back the moment they get free. And that will help you reduce your time in connecting with the candidates. So this is one really exciting feature which we found when we researched with the users. And when we launched it and talked to a lot of people around it, who have been using it, we found that they really, really liked it. And they've seen that there is an improvement in their call connect rate. Apart from that, there are a couple of other features also around connecting with candidates, which makes your life easier. Shubham will talk about them subsequently. Yeah, Shubham, over to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Amit, for just summarizing this entire exciting feature of calling intent. In addition to the 2 points that Amit has already highlighted, the third thing is, for example, job seeker has missed your call right now. Okay. Now, if the job seeker is trying to call you back, then recruiter, then you, if in case you have placed the call from the recruiter productivity app, you will also be notified that, okay, this job seeker who is trying to reach out to you is the one whom you have called a couple of minutes ago. So even if you have not saved the number of Jaswinder, the Naukri recruiter app will prompt you on a real-time basis that, okay, this is the same job seeker whom you were trying to reach out, say X minutes ago. So that you don't have to ask him that, okay, hi, or maybe who are you? And that will improve your connect with the job seeker. So all of that, this will be available just if you have the app installed and logged into the app. So you may not have to work on app or be on the app all the time. You can just start using the app for such features like calling to improve on your day-to-day productivity. Now, these were all the major highlights from the Naukri Recruiter Productivity app. Pretty much all of these features will also be available on the Naukri web version very shortly. In addition to this, now we will talk about how you can use the web version in conjunction with the app. That how, if you're working on the web, how can you make the better use of the Naukri Recruiter app to increase your productivity?
So we know that you may not be using app all that frequently and you are spending most of your time on web. So that's why we have come up with new kind of this feature. Of course, this feature was existing in some senses earlier, but this feature, I would request you to focus on this feature. This will really, really help you improve your productivity. So this is not all that we have done everything for the app users only. We have done something for the web users as well. Yeah, Shubham, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Amit. So yeah, now we are trying to log into the web version of Resdix. This Resdix UI that you see, many of you would already be familiar with this new Resdix UI that we are rolling out to all the Naukri Resdix users. If in case you don't have this UI, I think it will be rolled out to you in a couple of weeks. So you will have access to this new UI with a couple of new features. And the feature that we are currently focusing on is call from app. So for example, you see this job seeker Jaswinder Singh, you want to see his phone number and make him a call. You just click on that show phone number button. You have this number. Now what happens is you see the phone number and you start dialing the number manually on your phone, but you no longer have to do it. You just click on this button of call from app, which is beneath the phone number. The moment you do it, it gives you a green signal that the contact detail has been sent on your mobile directly. So the only condition is you have to have app installed on your phone and you have to be logged into the app. The moment you do it, you can see this is the on-screen notification that you have. So the notification already tells you that, okay, you have this call that you try to initiate from the web. You can, of course, initiate 5-10 different calls as well. And then you can click on this button of call candidate. The moment you do it, you will not even have to type the number manually. The numbers will get pre-filled on the dialer, and boom, on a single click of call button, the call will be placed directly to the job seeker, Jaswinder Singh. Which means we have totally removed the manual intervention, and now the entire cycle of calling job seekers, following up with them, informing them who is calling, for what purpose is this recruiter calling, very much automated. So this, we believe, will surely improve your productivity multi-fold. Okay, so this will be available both on Resdix as well as on JP. So even on the job posting, if you're viewing different candidates on the response manager or on the CV retail page, you can use call from app feature to call the candidates without having to type the numbers manually. Okay. These were the major highlights of Naukri Recruiter Productivity app. That's not all. Even for the cases when you are, say for example, if you're maintaining a separate Google Sheet of different job seekers, if you have your private database, or if you're trying to call candidates from some offline version outside Naukri, even then, I think currently it becomes very much cumbersome. You have to see the number, you have to dial them manually. So now Naukri Recruiter app gives you that power to also automate these use cases when you're typing the number from anywhere, be it any other tool or be it your offline notepad. If you are typing the number manually, you don't have to do it. Very shortly, you will start seeing a new option of scan the phone number available in the Naukri Recruiter app. It will be somewhere on the top left to the save for later section. This will empower you to just scan any phone number and the number will get pre-filled on the dialer again automatically. So now this will again make your calling process much more efficient, much more smoother, and much more efficient. So yeah, I think with this we cover all the major highlights. That's not all. There are some small features as well, but I'll request everyone to go to the Play Store, install the Naukri Recruiter Productivity app, use it. And if in case you have any questions, any queries, you can always reach out to us through the feedback section, or you can always reach out to us again. Now we can take any questions that you have.
If you have any questions, then you can type in the Q&A section and we would be happy to take those questions. There were a couple of inputs. One was about whether this app will require an extra payment or not, or can we use it using existing credentials? So the answer is yes. You don't need to buy anything extra for this app. You can use this app with your existing Naukri credentials also. And there was another query regarding the availability of calling intent feature. And can you mention intent through the web also? Yes, we are working on that, and that will be available shortly on the web version as well. Sure, and we do believe that yes, once you start using the app, then you will explore it to its full potential, and then when you use it, you will have more questions, more queries, and some suggestions as well. It would be really great that you download the app, start using it, use it in your day-to-day life, and experience it how it works for you. We would be happy to get all that feedback, whether you have liked it, whatever features you think can be add here, or whatever features that you are using, how is it coming handy for you? How is it helping in your day-to-day process? We'd be very excited to learn all of that. Okay, I think we have no other questions. And as I suggested, you can right away download the app and start using it. So that was all from our side. I mean, you have seen this journey, that how we started this whole conceptualization process of understanding that there is a need among the recruiters about using the recruiter app to its full potential, and how we went about understanding the needs, designing the product, getting the new features updated in the product. And that's how we have come this far, and we have launched this new recruiter productivity app, which is more of a companion app for you. You can work on the web, you can work on the app also. It is completely in sync with the web. Whatever you do on the web, you can do it on the app as well. Everything flows back seamlessly, as Shubham has already highlighted. And that makes your life pretty easy. It's not that whatever you do on the app, you can do only on the app only. So that's not the case. And there's a host of features. You saw the intuitive dashboard that we have. You can manage your work, plan your work there. You can do all those immediate activities that you have been doing on web right away from the dashboard itself. And about the most exciting of it all, the calling feature. So when you are on the web, with just one click, as Shubham has already highlighted, with just one click, you can get that number on your dialer and you can connect with the candidates. So it's like you don't have to remember the number, you don't have to type in the number, you don't have to get worried about the wrong number being typed, and you don't have to spend that effort as well. So if you are doing, let's say, 20, 30, or 50 calls in a day, you will save a lot of time, and the chances of error are minimized drastically. Rather, I mean, there are no chances of error at all here. So with that one click on web, you can immediately call the candidates with just one click, and you can carry on with your conversations with the candidates. On top of that, we have got this calling intent feature, where if you wish, you can mention the intent, and that will help you in connecting with the candidates at a much higher success rate. So with the users who have been using it, I have already mentioned that we have got good feedback that they find that these features are really, really useful, and they would want to use it as often as they can. And apart from that, Shubham also mentioned about another exciting feature about calling, that we will be coming up with a scanning feature in the app itself. So if you have the app installed in your phones, then you can scan any number, whether it is on Naukri or your Excel or anywhere else, and that will give you the details about the candidate, and you can call them with one click as well. So this is another motivation for all of us to start using the app, and that feature would be really exciting too. Apart from that, there are a host of other features as well, as you can see on your screen. So this is all we have seen in this demo, and I am looking forward to your feedback on the features that we have talked about once you have started using it. And what I want you all to walk away with after today's session is that this is a completely new app that we have launched. There is a lot of good feedback from the users that we have received. And I would request all of you to start using it and share your feedback with us. Apart from that, I would also request that you can share this information with your colleagues and other recruiters who you are working with. They will also get benefited by this. And we will keep on improving this product every single day. So we are launching new versions of this product very, very frequently, and we are making updates in the product. So this is a new way for you to work, which will help you improve your productivity and will make it much easier for you to work on Naukri while you are sourcing your profiles. So that's about it from our side. And thank you once again for your time on this Friday, and looking forward to you using the product and getting your feedback. Thanks a lot, everyone.